Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing weekend. Hopefully, you're getting some time to rest and review your trades from last week because as the weekend comes and the markets are closed, it's a great time to pay attention to your last week trades and see how you can improve. So, as always, what I like to do is I like to start on Sunday of last week to review my trades and then go from there. So, really quickly, on Sunday last week, I took a trade at market open at 3:30 p.m. Looks like I took a 21 pip win. And then over here, this is the big trade I could have held for much longer. So I held this for 44 pips, but I don't know why I closed it so early, but I definitely did. And over here, I took a loss. Dude, I think I remember this trade. I think I was like in the shower and I was like trading in the shower, which is a big no-no. I should definitely not be trading in the shower because I had my phone on the edge of my bathtub and I was taking trades as I was like in the shower. I was super bad. So I took three back-to-back losses for 19, 16, and 21 pip losses. And then over here on Monday, I took a 63 pip win. It was a fire trade. And over here, I took a nice 42 pip win. Over here, this is the trade I wish I freaking held because it just created a new all time high. It retested it as resistance again. And I only bagged 4 pips. 4 freaking pips. And I missed out on this whole entire move. It's so stupid. I really wish I held this trade because it was really dumb. Well, it was also 12:25 a.m. So, past that time, I don't really know what's going to happen because it's midnight, and then I needed to go to sleep. But as soon as market opened, I had a 101 pip win, and then over here I had a 20 pip win, and over here this is another trade I wish I held for. It's 7 pips, 7 freaking pips. I should have held it for much longer. I need to let my winners ride and cut my losers short. Over here, this is 74 pip win. This is another example of like cutting my losses short, but I didn't. Um, Over here, I had a 9 pip loss. Over here, a 18 pip loss. But then over here, I switched my bias and then I took home 93 pips. Nice fire trade. Over here, I had a 86 pip win market open, and I just gave it all back. I know this one because this is on Wednesday. I just gave it back because I kept on counter trend trading. Took a 59 pip loss, a 50 pip loss, and a 23 pip loss. And then this one I definitely took. I think I took home 124 pip win on this one because I was waiting for price to retest this previous all time high and sell off, and that's what it did. And then here comes um, the Trump tariffs. So Trump did his speech on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so look what he did to the market. So as soon as he started speaking, it did a quick 200 pip shoot to the downside, took liquidity from previous morning London lows, and then boom, just rallied. It shot up like I think like 500 pips, something crazy. Yeah, over 500 pips. It's super insane. And I tried to scalp this, but I ended up losing. I lost like 60 pips on this one. I remember I tried to scalp this one twice, ended up losing because my stop losses wasn't big enough. Yeah, I needed to move it to around 60 pips, but didn't happen. Over here, I took a 50 pip loss, and then now I'm gonna switch over to micros because then I knew I needed to try to save my accounts, and so I'm gonna switch over to micros. Let's see, this is Wednesday, 5:45 p.m. So let's see, let's go to micros on Wednesday. Yep, and then I had a loss here. I know because I didn't take profit here, 39 pip loss, and then a 40 pip loss. And I wish I held this trade right here because this is the trade I could have bagged a lot more. So I bagged 77 pips, and I took a loss. And over here, I took another loss, and then I took another loss down here. This is Thursday morning, and then I think this is a break even trade. And then this one was probably this one was a 65 pip win. And then on NFP day, which was yesterday, I took a 48 pip loss because I didn't NFP didn't really do much, to be honest. Because at 5:30 a.m., so it didn't really have the big fireworks show that I was expecting because I needed to save like a handful of accounts, and I went full margin on it, but it didn't trigger any of my stop orders. But yeah, guys. So the lesson of the week is hold your winners and cut your losses short. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to gold futures, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove my charts. So as always, what I like to do is I like to start on the daily time frame. Oops, what the heck? Yeah, you see gold did this massive pullback. It's kept on rallying, 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 and now it's probably gonna come back down here to rally up again. So this is the new all-time high. So I like to mark up. I'll mark up this daily resistance level at that candle wick high. Another daily resistance level. I like to mark up about 3 to 4 daily resistance levels. I'll mark this one up too. Now I'm going to mark up this one. Daily resistance, because this hasn't been retested yet. Daily support. And then I'll mark up this one also, just in case. All right, now I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour time frame to find my 4-hour zones. So if this is your first time tuning in, what I like to do is mark up my candle wicks to the candle body close. Because as you see, the candle wick ends right there, and I'm marking it to the candle wick body. And I like to have my zones nice and clean. And I like to mark my zones till the next Sunday so that I don't have to keep on redoing my charts. Sunday, April 13th. That's good. Yep. Let me find another zone right here. I'll call this daily support and resistance because price definitely rejected off here as support, and rejected over here as resistance. So since gold is trending down, what we could see is price to continue this trend down. So what I'm going to look for next week is possibly price to come up here and then to come back down here and then to shoot up again. That's what I can possibly see what happening. Actually, I might do something like this. Boom, 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 break below, retest to shoot up. That's what I'm thinking gold will probably do. All right, now let's find our minor zones. So right here, there's like a zone within a zone right here. So I'm gonna mark this one as lower time frame zone. That's why it's purple. And gold kind of made a minor level resistance over here. So I'm gonna mark this one up too. So yeah, as we can see, gold will probably come back up here at some point to retest this level of support and resistance to continue its leg down. So that's what I'm going to kind of see for gold in the upcoming week. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any other questions, oh yeah, let's look at the weekly fundamentals for next week. So next week we have core CPI. That's a big one. And FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. But core CPI, that's the biggest one on Thursday. And then we have core PPI and PPI on Friday. Those are also big red folders. So something to look out for. I did call this trade out on last week for NFP. So it was forecasting 137,000, and I knew that number looked really low. So I knew that gold is US dollar is going to be pumping green, which would push gold down. And that's exactly what happened. So let's take a look at that again. So on Friday, Friday at 5:30 a.m. So remember the numbers were green for US dollar. So it's pushed gold down. Pushed down gold a whole lot. Pushed down gold 780 pips, close to 800 pips. So it's a lot of freaking money to that I missed out on. But you can't get FOMO. Follow your trading rules. Follow your trading plan. And exactly, if gold doesn't do what you think it's going to do, just don't trade. Don't take the trade. If it doesn't hit your area of interest, just don't take a trade. There's no reason to take a trade if it's not hitting your confluences. Like if it's not in a strong area of support, if it's not in a strong area of resistance, don't take the trade. Don't be selling at support. Don't be buying at resistance either. Um, that's definitely one thing to do. And if once I said this before, like once your charting turns out really good, the trades will come to you. The trades will come to you because then once it starts to hit your areas of interest, like these zones, then you know when to trade. Like you just wait for your candlestick confirmation of a bullish pin bar at support or a bearish pin bar at resistance. So right here, this is a new found area of resistance. So I can bet I could put money on it that gold will probably come up here and then reject, or come up here to reject. But we have to wait for market open on Sunday and see what the market tells us what to do. All right, guys. This is all for gold for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit my DMs. And as always, safe trading, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.